presentation on the reservation and the roster system. And a detailed presentation was given to the cabinet today. And after seeing the presentation, the cabinet was satisfied with the presentation and the details. And a few clarifications that were made. And unanimously now we have agreed on moving forward. And tomorrow the same presentation will be made to the MDA components, and thereafter the same presentation will be made to the all parties. And in about a week or 10 days later, once we are able to communicate to all different stakeholders from throughout the state, we will be having a meeting with the stakeholders also, which includes NGOs, religious organizations, different social groups, and other stakeholders. So that is a fourth meeting which will take place after about a week or about 10 days later. I have mentioned it earlier also that roster and recruitment is a continuous process. And after seeing the details of how a roster works and how the system will follow in the future and how the system has been in the past, as I said, detailed presentation was given. And all the cabinet colleagues were very satisfied after seeing the presentation. And the presentation was based on all facts and figures, looking at the reservation policy and looking at the complexities of roster system. And accordingly, as I said, a presentation was made. As we go along in the next day or 2 days, I think the press also will be briefing them most probably day after tomorrow, after the all-party meeting takes place. And I think you'll be getting a clear picture by then. The recruitment process, wherever the roster systems are ready, the recruitment is going ahead. There's no problem in that. And as I said, wherever, and I said, we are at the same time we're discussing with everybody. Once the presentation is given, I'm sure that all of you will also, once you see the presentation, you will understand what it is, and I'm sure that you will also appreciate how we're going to move forward. So that was something that obviously was a court order, so we had to follow that aspect. This is something that was way beyond our control or our our thing. So we had to go by the court order, and that's a situation that we have to, I guess, adjust and to work in those given circumstances. So yes, there have been certain individuals who may have been affected, but at this point in time, there's nothing much we can do about that because it was a court order and we have to follow it. No, as I said, we are working on the roster, and the roster system, as per the court order, as soon as it is out for certain whichever departments and whichever post, the recruitment is continuing. As I had mentioned to you, there is nothing called retrospect or prospect. A roster is a continuous process, and the posts keep filling up. When we show the presentation to you, as I said, you will understand that. So if we have already waited for some time, so allow us to complete the process in a proper manner. No, those were relaxations we've made as a rule. So that is not a one-time thing. So we have made a relaxation for teachers as a rule, saying that from now on it's going to be relaxed from this age to this age. For police, not for police, but for other also government servants, government posts also, we have again done the same thing. So therefore, those are done from a policy point of view for as a permanent measure. What you're mentioning is a situation that was there, and in those situations, things happened. Like for example, in COVID, also some things were there. We could not do the process, so we cannot simply. Based on situations like this, we cannot simply come out with a policy that is going to be there. I think if government starts bending the rules for everything, I think there will not be any policy. So there are certain areas where we have to draw the line. We have to go by the system. If we start doing this, then tomorrow, what is there to stop somebody from saying that, well, there was too much of rain, so that we could not come in and we lost 2 months, so can you extend it for 2 months again? Government has to follow certain systems, certain rules. We understand the inconvenience that was caused. It is nothing that was not within our reach and not within our control, and we had to follow the court orders. So once I give the presentation to you, and once you see the presentation, you will see we have gone through it. We have given the presentation to Ring. The recruitment process has gone in the past, and based on that, we have a system. We have seen how the recruitment has taken place. And therefore, that's a continuous process, and it will continue now in the future. Once, as I said, you see the presentation,